Good afternoon, everyone. You are watching VIP News, and this is your host, Vivasvan. In an effort to think beyond the box, Sarla Birla Academy in Bangalore decided to host the Digiverse, an e-gaming digital festival inviting schools from all around the Bangalore circuit. Today, we have with us 3 teachers from Sarla Birla Academy to discuss the rationale behind this choice and to inspire the schools to take part in this groundbreaking initiative. Now, I welcome onto the show the headmaster and 2 coordinators from the school to enlighten us with their views on e-gaming. Welcome to the show. Let's get straight to the point. What were you thinking? E-gaming?
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 E-gaming? Why not? One must adapt to emerging global trends in order to progress. Do you know that by 2023, it is projected that India will have 450 million e-gamers, making it the second largest in the world. So is that not big? E-gaming is slowly, but very steadily, becoming the career for many in the younger generation. Keeping the statistics aside, multitasking is something which provides e-gaming a cutting edge above the rest. Stressful game situations teaches players to maintain composure and make quick decisions, which is one of the most fundamental skills that helps improve one's capacity for multitasking.
Not only that, sir, not only that. When I was a housemaster, I have seen children play video games the entire weekend. And even though I felt it was not completely right, the one thing which I admired about it was the amount of focus they put into it. And trust me, sir, today all are successful people, and major reason is this very focus they attain from video gaming. Video game playing, for instance, has an impact on concentration. According to several researchers, video gamers exhibit enhanced, sustained, and focused attention. Less stimulation is needed to maintain focus on difficult activities in the brain's focus-related regions. A study that was published in Frontiers in Human Neuroscience claims that just an hour of playing action video games can enhance one's capacity to concentrate. Action video games encourages learning that is extremely motivated, focused, and laborious in terms of purposeful practice.
Sir, if you allow me to speak, I'll tell you about a very important advantage of e-gaming, which I myself learned from my own IG boys. Learning. Because of gaming, people have learned multiple skills like critical thinking because they need to think and act quickly. Better motor skills because they need to perform various functions at once and has to use multiple body parts. And of course, better learning and comprehension because they have to comprehend the instructions on a screen. In other games that are based on civilization and real estate, players can take on the role of civic leaders and control the prosperity of their nations. We can also take some practical examples.
So, let's take making notes during a lecture as an example for multitasking. So taking notes during a lecture is an art that e-gamers can master easily. While playing FPS, first-person shooter video games, one must perform several tasks at once, like listening to footsteps of enemies, calls of your teammates, monitoring your health levels, and the basic hand-eye coordination. Now, in the same way, when a student is attending a lecture, he or she can use this trait developed by e-gaming to listen and understand the concept being taught while also making sure to take notes for future reference.
Otherwise, take online chess and puzzle games for an example of how much they help you improve your level of focus. Playing these type of common games online with some random player for some kind of in-game reward stimulates the player to give their best in order to come out on top. The level of focus you already put in games like these, plus the motivation to beat that random person and get that reward is something which tremendously improves one's capacity to concentrate. Developed by e-gaming is very useful for students as high focusing ability will help them in their studies, and also for pilots and car racers as focus is something very important in their professions.
A good game puts learning first and does not rely on bells and whistles to motivate its users to engage in its content. I'll give you some examples of learning-based video games. Dragon Box teaches geometry to its users. Extreme Event prepares learners to deal with natural disasters. And of course, teaches teamwork. Pacific teaches leadership and team management. Games like sports are useful for teaching biology, specifically evolution in living beings. And last but not the least, Duolingo can be used to learn multiple languages like French, Spanish, English, etc.
A significant requirement for successful multitasking is the ability to sustain attention. You may be flicking between tasks, but as long as you know what to do in each, things are going to work out well. This ability is efficiently taught by video games. They hold the player's interest throughout the entire game sessions, hence increasing by leaps and bounds the attention span of these gamers. If I dive into more depth, Lawrence Sergio's fMRI test demonstrated that in contrast to other people, gamers primarily use their frontal cortex, a region of the brain that specializes in planning, attention, and multitasking. Gamers only needed to engage these higher cognitive centers when asked to multitask, whereas non-gamers needed to think far more and use a lot more of the brain's hand-eye coordination and working memory centers.
Action games contain quick gameplay and features that appear and vanish from view rapidly. For focusing abilities, they seem to have the most significant advantages. Action video games dramatically increases a person's ability to focus on a single item and exercise selective attention. Action video game players track independently moving objects more quickly and precisely than non-players of video games. Compared to their non-gaming colleagues, they exhibit a better level of spatial awareness and focus. Video gamers had greater brain activity in areas associated with working memory and focus. In a test that is frequently used to detect attention deficit disorder, ADD, video gamers perform better than their non-gaming counterparts. The irrelevant information in a fast-moving stream of visual stimuli is called temporal visual selective attention and is a key cognitive function that e-gaming has a long-term impact on.
So, we can also give them the example of one of our own SBA students who you know improved tremendously thanks to gaming.
Oh, it is a good suggestion, sir. But I think instead of telling them, we should show them the real-life example of one of our SBA students.
संपूर्ण लॉकडाउन होने जा रहा है। हिंदुस्तान को बचाने के लिए, हिंदुस्तान के हर नागरिक को बचाने के लिए
E-gaming. It can be life changing. Give it a shot.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, were the representatives from Sarla Billa Academy enlightening us with the boons of e-gaming. Today's episode will surely motivate many to give e-gaming a shot. And remember, the world is changing very quickly. You must change before being changed. That's all for today. Thank you and goodbye.